I wanted to drop in with you really quick today live from my kitchen in Norway to talk to you about the one thing that you can do to feel better, like starting right now. And the thing is this. From my experience, I mean, the question comes up all the time, you know? And in one sense, it's really simple. This is what I see when I work with my clients. That's why I am the health and mindset coach. That's why I am the detox specialist. That's why I create membership groups and online courses and write books and give talks. Because all of the questions are so much the same, you know, depending on where you live, how you feel. Meaning, if you're not feeling optimally, that will be the number one question. Because we're so used to going to the doctor asking for that pill, it would be like, what can I do, doc? And what he does is, he gives you this one thing, and then he says, come back in 2 weeks if it doesn't work for you. You know? So if you go in there with a headache, you get something for the headache. If you go in there and you have a stomach ache, they figure out what's going on with the stomach. How can we get that symptom to go away? How can we numb that symptom? So I do get that. And yes, there are the one thing, or the two, or the three, or the four, or the five things that you can do to feel better right away. I mean, it might even sound crazy coming from me because, I mean, I know how long it takes to regenerate a body that has been, you know, written down with what they call, excuse me, autoimmune and all that crap, which doesn't exist, by the way. There's no such thing. I mean, the body doesn't attack itself. Why would it do that? It's reacting to something. You know, we need to step back into common sense, even though common sense isn't most likely common practice, but that's what we're doing. We're taking away our power into making common sense a common practice. So, at hand, what can you do to feel better right away? Now that will depend a lot on you. That makes sense, right? Now, why am I saying it in that way? Because if you are the one that was like me, for example, that are still smoking, they're still eating a very acidic diet, they're still running around town during the weekends, not sleeping that much, or not sleeping during the hours which will be good for you. If you are the one never touching anything hydrating to your body, if you are the one very stressed out, if you are the one that has a job that you can't stand, that wake up every Monday looking forward to the weekend where you can actually live your life. You know, there are so many things that you are dragging around that will tell us what the number one thing for you is to do. Now, there are some generals that will always help you, no matter where you are, no matter where you're going, no matter where you're coming from. I mean, they will always help you. And those are the basics. And if I should take one of those forth to you and look back through everything I've done and try to just really generalize, yes, you know I'm all about the mindset. You know I'm all about that, thinking that thought, having that vision, having that dream. So I could say, start by drinking the juice in the morning. Start by just juicing my basic juice of, okay, let me give you that recipe, of 1 large cucumber, 1 lemon, 1 cup of fresh parsley, 2 green apples, and that's it. The lemon, the cucumber, the apple, the parsley, and 5 stalks of celery. Now that's a morning juice that every cell in your body will love. Every cell in your neighbor's body will love that juice. Every cell in your kid's body, your husband's body, your aunt's body, your grandma's body will love that juice. Every body will get benefits from introducing living, high nutritional, high vibrational, high energetic, raw compounds into their body. There's no discussion in my world about that. I've seen too much to even go there. So that's a given, peeps. That's the easy part. Let me say that again. You can always benefit. I mean instantly from incorporated a new morning ritual. Aka, fresh juices. And why am I not going straight to the fresh fruits, vegetables, anything else you might think is healthy? Because the body has been fasting. You're breaking the fast. Break fast. I've talked a lot about that. So just juicing will keep your body in that mode of cleansing, which is very beneficial. Plus, you will not have to digest much at all, so you'll get all the benefits straight into your bloodstream, no matter where you are right now. And this is the key when you're looking for a general answer. If you're looking for a specific answer, let's talk or find another practitioner, but let's make something that works for you. But as in general, you see, this is a positive. This is something that will help anyone. And there are many of those things that you can do that will always be for all of you, no matter what the complaint is when you went to that doctor. There would always be the general prescription that you could take with you home. Now, if you're the one that are living in a relationship that is not good, you're walking around with a low-grade inflammation. Non-freaking stop. Non-freaking stop. Now, what do you think that's going to do to the body? Well, you can juice. You can start your exercise regime. You can become a member. You can start in any direction, but ultimately it's going to lead you to change what you need to change to get there. It's not only going to be about the juices. You might start juicing and your body will feel more alive and you'll feel more worthy. All of a sudden you'll love yourself more. You'll feel more bold and more brave so that you will make better decisions, and then all of a sudden you will change, or the relationship will change and you'll simply leave it. And that's the thing. Now, if you're constipated, obviously the number one thing that you can do for your health is to look at your complete diet. Why are you constipated? Number one, what is constipating to a human body? Well, it's putting down anything that doesn't have fiber or doesn't promote a healthy digestion. In my world, in my book, that's everything that's clogging us up. Everything you buy in a store that comes from a box, or that says gluten, or that says a lot of gluey, sticky grains, or eggs, or cooked anything with meat, sitting there rotting, putrefying. So you want to look in that direction. I mean, there's no wonder our grandparents, what did they give us? Prune juice? We know that you can eat raisins to loosen up a stomach like that. I mean, we have the answers. We're just so hard-headed, so stubborn, because we were also taught that abundance had to do with the freedom of just being so, what is the word that I'm looking for? We're taking the abundance and we're turning it into our greedy behavior. We think more is better with everything. So if we have the ability to go to the animal kingdom, slaughter and eat, we think that that's just going to be another extra asset for us. Extra asset for us. Now, and that is the rule that will be number one for many other people when they're looking for that one thing that will help them feel better right away. And that is to get out of the freaking mind. Because our mindset is literally killing us. Our knowledge is standing in the way of our wisdom. And what I see is the more educated we are, the harder it is for us to change, because we hang on to what we already think that we know. But what I'm fascinated with working with people and seeing how a lot of sick people are so different. Some, they adopt easily to what they need to do, and they do, and that's the number one thing for them, was to be open and to actually be able to just, for example, eat grapes, or just to drink juice, to put aside everything else they knew, to embark on a new path. For others, that is the last thing that they will be able to do. So they will have to walk a completely different path. Maybe just start with the green juices. Maybe start to hang around in a community where they can see other people feeling well or doing better. They jump on a coaching program so that they can get followed up every week or every 2 weeks. That's why I do that. See, I mean, the information is out there, and there's so many ways of doing this, but there's only one way for you, and depending on who you are. If you're working night shifts and you can't sleep during the night, you won't believe what you're missing out on when it comes to your health and the metabolisms and what's going on during nighttime, the clock, the ticking clock, that we are set together with nature, like every other animal. It gets dark, you sleep. It gets light, you get up. Everything working together perfectly. Now, if you're the one addicted to cigarettes and Diet Coke, like I was, that will be your number one, literally, I'm not kidding. Because you cannot expect the body to start cleansing perfectly and start regenerating. You cannot expect deep healing if you're still putting the crap in. You cannot expect to be able to clean your internal floor if you're still bombarding it with dirt. It will always be number one. Yes, you can add good things in, but the question will always be, when are you going to stop what's hurting you? And it's not black and white. And I'm not saying that, really, I'm not saying that. For some people, it's a little different than others. Again, depending on your eliminative organs, how your glands are working, how your mental ability is, all of that. So individual. But the bottom line is, if there's anything hurting you, you need to leave it. Period. And that's where the work starts, because that's what's going to tell you, who are you in this picture? Is it your emotional? Is it your mental? Is it a spiritual thing with you? Is it a physical, meaning is it your diet? Is it the way you look at the world? Are you afraid? Are you anxious? Are you angry? Are you depressed? Can you think clearly? Do you think too much? It's complex, but the world is really a simple place when we pull back and just look at nature. And in that sense, I'm going back to where I started this video, and I'm going to make it short. That one juice every morning will awaken something within you that will crave more of this. And the interesting part is, it will always also show you what you need to do. What do you need to do? Do you need to go on a deep cleanse? Do you need to change your mindset? Do you need to get over yourself? Do you need to stop procrastinating and start doing? Do you need to get out of the fear and into the trust? Do you need to surrender? Addiction is not what we think it is. It's not about the substance as much as it's about the personality and the person. I know this from experience and from coaching others through leaving the cigarettes for one. I smoked with 2 hands for 25 years. I thought for the longest time, and I firmly believed in this, that if I didn't have my cigarettes, there would be no use in me existing even. I didn't want to be social, I didn't want to do anything. Smoking to me was my lifeline. And I even thought that when I got sick, and I mean I got really sick, I thought that was my only... You know how it's like, well, everything's taken away from me, even my health. I feel like shit, I have nothing left, at least I can do that. At least I'll have my cigarettes, or at least I can have a drink, or at least I can do this, or at least I can do that. Meaning, as long as I'm on this ride of feeling like crap, I should be able to, or it should be allowed for me to do something that will harm me. Because we know it harms us. That's the interesting thing. So wouldn't that be the place to start for all of us? With what we know. So if I ask you, after you ask me, so you ask me, Hilde, what's the one thing I can do, you can do for my health? I'm going to flip that question right back to you and I'm going to say, yes. What is the one thing that you can do for your health? What's the one thing? And I'm asking you right now, and as I'm asking this question, take 2 seconds and think about it. Yeah, I know you got it. I know you got it. It will pop right into your head. You know it. You know it. It could be leave my job, leave my boyfriend, start eating better, sleep better, drink more water, stop the coffee, stop smoking, start living authentically, take that vacation, finally do what I want to do, stop sabotaging myself, get rid of the parasites. You'll know. And when you do, that's the trick. You start doing that. And if you don't know where to start to get there, then you can call on me. Then you just jump right in, you say, hey, I'm here, I found it, I got it, I'm ready to go. We're approaching 219. I was saying that as we were approaching 218. And my God, did we accomplish a lot on that year. You won't believe the testimonials that came through in 218. We are elevating, we're all healing for each other as a community. As a world, we're a species. We're doing this together for real. So I'm happy to have you in my tribe. I'm happy to have you here. I am happy that you're watching this video, and it became a little longer than I thought, but hey, you're worth it, okay? So think about it. What's the one thing that you can do except for doing my juice, my morning juice? This is a given. You wake up in the morning, you implement this, a new habit, juice it right there, no juicing the night before, no saving it up, no, do that. If you don't have a juicer, wish for one for Christmas. That should be the thing. That should be the thing that you take out of this video. If you're unsure, do that thing. If you know what to do, do that and one juice. It will spark your mojo and make your spirit sing. If you're already on raw, stay. Get the recipes in the membership site for all the holiday stuff so that you're staying on point. If you're going for January 1st, which a lot of people will, I'm going to reintroduce, amongst other things, the 30-day fruit fast for the whole January. And I'm going to do a new seasonal about colas coming out in January. So, I mean, start. Okay, I love you. I'm going to let you go. Namaste. Share this video if anyone else needs to know what they can do. Thank you for being here. Bye.